They'll run for the first time to Johnson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Watson over the middle. It's Thomas. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. From the gun, here's Watson. Flushed out and put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Solid finish to a solid opening drive, and that's the threat that he represents. He can take off and score on you.
What he makes it is 11-on-11 football, because a lot of the times the quarterback isn't much of a runner, so you don't have to account for him. Well, you do with him, and now he actually gets a lead blocker instead, and he's able to cash that one in.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go, let's go.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Darnold. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money, because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
On first down, Watson. He gets it left side to Johnson. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
No time now.
3rd and long. It's Watson. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. He'd snap it to Watson. He's going to air one out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, 1st down. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
I know every time we watch Le'Veon Bell play, we think about him making people miss the hesitation move. But you remember, he came out of Michigan State as a bruiser and a thumper, and he still has those capabilities.
At 225 pounds, an underrated part of his game. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down. Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, really the 1st round, it was pretty defensively minded. But there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray 1st, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they've looked pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players. Not a lot of skill players in the 1st round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona. Everyone excited about it. And I think his team remains excited about his prospects. They're eager to see him play. He became the starter as soon as he was drafted. Daniel Jones, that was a different situation in New York. The fans weren't real excited about him coming in. But the reason they drafted him has a similar demeanor and talent to Eli Manning, and he's acquitting himself quite nicely in the early going. And Dwayne Haskins a little more up and down in Washington, but they love the big arm of this guy, and he's back at home. Remember, he grew up in Potomac, Maryland.
They're going to go. It's Darnold. It's caught by Herndon. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
That's another Jets 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this 1st half of play from our studios in Orlando. On 1st down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Faking the give, Darnold. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... That's caught inside the 20. A big pickup of 38 for an offense that has not found the end zone yet. That's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Now a draw play. This is Bell. Bell 1st down and then some. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the 1st half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the 2nd half.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
57.
Out of the gun, Watson. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. The final shot before the break, Watson. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So 2 quarters. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They go play action here on first down. Looking deep downfield. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Jordan Akins, 39 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn.
It used to be that if you were a big wide receiver and the coaches wanted to make you a tight end, you resisted the move. Now it's almost a glamour position because they have the mismatch advantage. Are you going to cover them with a linebacker? They're probably faster. A defensive back? They're going to be bigger. Tight end is the new big-time position.
Let's go. Do it.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, You must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 44 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Darnold from the red zone now. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. J.J. Watt, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. A play fake, and it's Darnold. That's going to be caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
First down. First down and goal to go.
They come out here in the eye. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell. His 2nd touchdown of the night, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Now for the point after. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Come on, QB. Mike, 57. Let's get off the field.
Watson just beating the play clock. Buying time to his left. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check 53, Mike. You got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
From the 45 on second down, Watson. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Throwing on 3rd and long. Watson. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Check. Let's go. Number 53, Mike 53. Let's go, defense.
On 4th down, Watson. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. Thomas, the intended target. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Watson now operating from the gun. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on first down. It's Johnson, and only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And Watson's going to throw it here. And out of bounds right around the 20.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have as well as they understand where they are in the field?
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson taking it in. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this will be recovered by the Texans. So victory appears to be in sight. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now Watson. This is caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Duke Johnson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
Tonight's final score, Texans 31, Jets 21.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change.